Hello. Hello, and welcome back to the channel. Today we've got a special collective message. If it's your first time stopping by, welcome. Hopefully you're able to grab a message. And if you're a returning sub, welcome back. Hopefully you're able to also grab a message. And thank you so much for all the support. So before we hop into it, this is collective, so this is going to apply for both divine feminine and divine masculine. I will try to look at it from both perspectives for you to see, and oftentimes I do have divine masculine that want a perspective, so this will be kind of from both angles. So let's hop right into it, and I hope you're having an amazing day or night wherever you are. And let's go. Let's see what we've got. Some archetypes to start. Okay, well, there you go. You got the Don Juan. So divine feminine, the energy that I was getting overall is just for some of you, you got a lot to say. You got a lot to say to your DM, especially if it's been a long time coming, no communication, or just a lack of communication between the two of you. For some of you, there's been entirely new relationships for the two of you as well, and a lot of different people that have gotten in the way. You can see we've got the karmic masculine card. So for some of you, this could have been a karmic masculine you were dealing with in the past. Now with the Don Juan card out to start, first off, let me just say this. Whoever you were dealing with, major player vibes. This person acted like they were a mentor for you. They were someone you could count on, who was a loyal, honest partner. And ultimately, this person was not to you. With the shapeshifter in reverse, they played whatever role you needed them to play, which unfortunately ended up being one of dishonesty. You could have been dealing with a karmic masculine for some, which is what you later came to find out. But I feel like for a lot of you, there was a karmic masculine that got in between the divine feminine and the divine masculine. Now, this could have been a friend to the divine masculine, someone who was in their ear telling them to be a player, to not be committal, especially if they had a family. So for example, this person could have had kids with you if you are divine feminine watching, or vice versa. And I just feel like the vibe that this person was not at home playing their role. They were out doing things with other people and being in non-committal relationships. With the King card there as well, this is the role that the person should have played. And I feel like this is why divine feminine is like, enough is enough. Time to step in and speak up and speak the truth. For some of you too, if you've been in a separation from this person and you had to cut your losses and walk away from divine masculine, it's like, okay, if you keep up with my lives collective, there's been a message that I've had the past couple readings, just that essentially for someone, they were dealing in a situation where they were involved with someone who had two options. So for a lot of you, this is you, divine feminine, walked away, and now you've got a lot to say. This could have been a long time coming as well, just feeling like you were over the situation. So like I said, if you were married with kids with this person, they could have totally just walked away from their responsibilities. The household, the family, everything, just to move forward in another direction. For others of you, this person tried to literally destroy your life when you left. You could have been dealing with a narcissist for some of you. Releasing what is potentially destructive though, and preparing for a new life. This is what Spirit urges you to do at this time. This is what you're on your way towards. Letting go of people, places, and things that no longer serve you. But it's like divine feminine has a lot to say to the divine masculine, because if you went through those certain scenarios, then divine feminine's feeling left out in the cold, confused as to how particularly someone could come across as such a knight who was honestly just such a frog. This person was definitely a karmic. Pretended to be a king, pretended to be someone loyal and royal, and ultimately they came with nothing to offer, and they took everything from you, for some of you divine feminines, on their way out. Divine masculine. Now for others of you, this was someone who got in the way of the connection between the two of you. You were a healer to this divine masculine. That is one thing that is certain. The two of you are able to heal each other's energy, and wow, as if The next card out is God. So for some of you, you are definitely divinely connected. This was a spiritual connection. This was a twin flame connection for a lot of you. It was meant to last. Child wounded as I'm shuffling there. So for some of you, you and your divine masculine, divine feminine, divine feminine and divine masculine both. There you go. I guess it's like a hybrid word mixed together. The two of them, when you come together, you really overcome this sense of any childhood traumas and wounds and past hurts and regrets. And those things surface. So ultimately, when that happens, a lot of twin flames run. In this case, the DM was the runner. The DM ran from the connection, started, if not one, maybe more, several connections, trying to escape what is the twin flame connection, ultimately knowing that it's because they didn't want to heal these past wounds. Now, if you resonate with that and you are a divine feminine, you've got a lot to say to your masculine, especially if they left you for a karmic feminine, for another relationship. And for some of you, this person left you in a time of need. This person thought they might as well take their chances and go elsewhere. And it's like, okay, for some of you, you were literally healing and overcoming a loss. Someone in your life, someone of significance in your life, or a job change. For some of you, relocating. It was a big switch, something that happened in your life. And the person that you needed most, your divine masculine, was no longer there. Now, for a select few of you, that may resonate the opposite way. But for most of you, this is divine feminine who knows that their masculine left for a karmic feminine. And for a lot of them, they're no longer involved with this person in particular. This person was merely, it's like as quick as it started, that relationship was over. And all it left divine masculine with is regret. And ultimately now, all they do is move forward in these other connections, pretending that they're happy. When the vampire card's in reverse, they're literally letting all the energy, all the life, all the happiness they once had with you and once felt on their own be completely drained out of them. As they keep this mask up, this fake facade that they are happy, when they're truly not without their divine feminine. Because the two of you, collective, are a pair. So when you go into other relationships, that goes for both of you. We got karmic masculine and karmic feminine energy on the board. So whether you are a divine feminine or divine masculine watching, if the two of you are both trying to date other people right now, this is what's happening. Both of your energies are being drained without you maybe even realizing or not. It's like when you work a miserable job that you don't like for 10 years, but you don't leave it. And then every day it just takes a little bit more out of your happiness until by the end of it, you're feeling so miserable. This is what's happening if you or your person are in other relationships with karmics. Now, divine feminine has a lot to say to divine masculine because ultimately they walked away and thought that the grass was greener, where they didn't have to water it, essentially. A new relationship, a fresh start, one that doesn't have baggage, one that doesn't have long-term commitment or meaning. If anything, it's a fun, flighty relationship that's just started and it's in the honeymoon stage. And this is where a lot of the divine masculines, if you're familiar with the twin flame journey, this is where it's like a lot of them are the runners. Because when it comes down to the emotional nitty-gritty of it, now of course not for all, but for most, divine feminines are willing to put in the work. And at least with this collective message, absolutely, this is what we're talking about. Divine masculines would prefer, when it comes down to all the healing of the past traumas, the hurts from their past, when that all comes to surface, who do they blame? They blame divine feminine for their confusion, for their miscommunications, for their dishonesty, for their mistrust, and for most importantly, their anger. For a lot of them, these DMs experience anger or outbursts when they go through this past healing. And so they ultimately turn to a karmic energy, one that's not going to judge them, or basically a karmic energy that's going to not question their behaviors, whether it be right or wrong towards them. Whereas you, Divine Feminine, you do not put up with that. You expect your partner to treat you with respect, with love, and with loyalty. And ultimately, if this person can't do that, this is why for a lot of you, the relationship is in a separation. And you feel like this person, instead of making the relationship continue to evolve and put the work in needed, they're just running away towards the next option. For some of you too, this person did it intentionally. In your face. They made sure others did it in your face too. This person watches your page. They stalk your platforms. They have friends and family do it as well. But meanwhile, they pretend that they're happy with the karmic. Now, I can't discount any Divine Feminines because for a select few of you, you may be also entertaining a karmic masculine or trying to move forward. But you have to remember that it's like all these relationships take work. And the best relationship for you is with your Divine Masculine when you both decide to put the work into the commitment. But of course it takes two people to have this relationship work. And meanwhile, only one person tries to make it work. So there's a lot of gossip about that in particular. People are talking. They don't even necessarily know what they're talking about. But people just need something to talk about. And for a lot of people, they thought that the Divine Feminine and the Divine Masculine would have stayed a pair. That they would have been the pair out of all the couples that would have had the kids, that would have got married, that would have been successful together. Because of the energy that they gave off around others every time that they were together. But ultimately now, even people are gossiping because they're confused if they see either the Divine Masculine or the Divine Feminine both in new relationships moving forward. So that's what the talk's about. Why did it end? Who did what? See, the thing with Divine Masculine is Divine Feminine doesn't wear masks. They don't really care what people think about them. Divine Masculine throws up a mask and tries to appeal to everyone in his inner circle. So ultimately, it's like, even strangers and people that you know, Divine Feminine, this person tries to impress and pretend that this is the way it is. When ultimately, when people take a deeper look, they can either see that this person tried to knock you down and walk away completely like they never did a thing, untouched. And for others of you, people see that you did everything you could to try and save that relationship. Now, for a select few of you, it's the opposite way, but majority of you, this is why Divine Feminine has so much to say. Wow. Virgin card at the bottom, maintaining symbolic purity of heart and spirit. This is how others see you. They truly see you as someone who is not only a pure-hearted, kind-hearted person, but someone who remained that way throughout the relationship and who has remained humble as this other person has moved on with the karmic. You could have kids with this person. At the bottom, Divine Feminine. There you go. So we've got both on the board now, Divine Feminine and Divine Masculine. We're going to get into some tarot. These are just the archetypes to start. But ultimately, just know, these two cards say it all. Child Magical in reverse and the Gambler. The two of you were supposed to have a beautiful, love, long-lasting, happy life together. Family, kids, cottage, you name it. But one person in the connection ran, and the other person really has a lot to say. But they hold it in. They don't say a word. They keep moving forward. But ultimately, this is what holds the other person back too. For a lot of you, this is your Divine Masculine in the new relationship. They're held back because they know when they come back, the door isn't going to be opened wide open for them. It's going to be partially open with about 10 questions to make it past. Right? So, if that, I feel like for a lot of you, this Divine Masculine could have tried to come back after somehow a separation, and you could have rejected it. And this could be why they're in this karmic relationship currently. Or for others of you, they straight up left for a karmic relationship, tried to come back. You know your story. This is a collective reading. So we're going to keep going now. We're going to get some tarot. But divine feminine, divine masculine, karmic feminine, karmic masculine. So both of you have interests in other people or people that are interested in you, when ultimately divine saying this is the divine union. A lot of you are aware of this, though. This could be the struggle, whether to move on or to see in this lifetime if this person's truly going to change. But for a lot of you, it's like it's not going to be in this lifetime. If they continue to let this karmic drain them, they will eventually just decide that that's the life they want to live. They'll marry this karmic, for some of you, for sure. But for a lot of you, they're going to see the light and realize that their happiness lies with you. But wow, okay, thank you, Spirit. So I really didn't see the message going that way. So divine feminine, for some of you, this is your role. If you don't want to lose your masculine, you have to speak up. You have to not fight for the connection, but make them aware that this is who you want. You want to be in the connection. That you know that this is your spiritually guided divine connection. For some of you, you've chosen to walk away. You see this person as a shapeshifter, as a player, someone non-committal. Someone like not willing to commit to you is the biggest message for sure. Like they'd rather entertain these karmic options. But I feel like you're mirroring each other. The two of you both see each other in the same light. The both of you see each other as neither of you will want to commit, and both of you have other options. Why go back? Absolutely, that's the way to look at it for sure. Life is about growth and moving forward. But if this is your true counterpart and this is your true person, then someone needs to speak up here before the connection is fully just walked away from. Thank you so much, everyone tuning in. So we're going to keep going on the reading. And for some of you, the karmics keep an even closer eye on you. This karmic is well aware that the divine masculine has this deep love for you. And ultimately, this karmic keeps a closer eye on you than your divine masculine. But see, what they don't realize is that divine sees all. And ultimately, they will be blocked for any attempts they keep continuing to make to stop you and your person from coming together. I just heard true love cannot be stopped, it cannot be blocked, and it cannot be taken or forfeited, especially not by a karmic energy. So that goes for both karmic feminines or karmic masculines trying to separate you. You could be a fire sign, a water sign, an air sign, or an earth sign. So we've got all the signs. Look at that, though. Stress, separation, anxiety. The two of you have been through some sort of separation for a long time. You could be dealing with an Aries or a Taurus, but ultimately your person just feels cold. They feel so focused on their day-to-day, and they feel the lack of love. This could be you, divine feminine, and this could also be your divine masculine. Rebirth is coming in because it's about time that things change. Things needed to change a long time ago, but Spirit said the timing was off. It wasn't right. It's all about this divine timing. Making sure that things are where they're supposed to be. Look at that, though. You're both feeling this imbalance when it comes to work and home life. Eight of Pentacles in reverse really symbolizes the fact that you felt lost without this connection. And I feel like so did this person. This is why they jumped into another connection so quickly. They didn't want to feel the pain. And that's why it's like for a lot of you in twin flame connections, the masculine runs because they refuse to heal from their past hurt. For some of you, this masculine's running around with more past hurt, though, than just you. It's like all their relationships, they don't heal from them and start new healthy connections. They jump immediately into another connection, which holds them back every time. It creates even more stagnancy and baggage. And so ultimately, too, for some of you, this DM is holding so much past either emotions or hurt from relationships that weren't even attached to you. This is also a big cause in the separation. You could have been dealing with an Aquarius, but this person, they felt like their light was dimmed. They felt like they constantly were searching for their person. But their person was you the whole time. And this person was too focused on, for some of you, your DM, material items, the 3D, money, looks, cars, nice things, anything but love and honesty and tradition and value. And this is where this person was imbalanced, but they refused to see it. This is where they weren't growing. Because for a lot of you, DM's lessons here in this lifetime are to learn from you, Divine Feminine, how nurturing you are, how loving you are, how giving you are. Whereas Divine Masculines play the role more so of a leader, a boss, but in a sense cold and detached. And so in their lifetime, it was to balance out the fact that material items and achieving success and what they considered in their eyes to be victory wasn't about financial gain or looks or what they owned. It was about the unconditional love and the family that they want to build and the connections that they have around them, their friendships, the people that matter to them. That's what they're here to learn in this lifetime. And so that's why I'm trying to give you both perspectives, because it's like, regardless what side you're tuning in on, you've got those lessons, and Divine Feminine, you've got these lessons to learn how to harden your heart a bit, not against the Divine Masculine, but how to be a little bit more in that Emperor mode yourself, have that balance, be able to stand on your own when you're in this separation from your person. Ace of Pentacles. That's a blessing. That's abundance coming in. We're going to clarify and see which side that's on. I believe that's for you after a long time of being confused, feeling left out in the cold, Divine Feminine. Secrets, competition. Could have been dealing with a Pisces, someone trying really hard to block your success. For this person, it was like at all costs. And this could have been the karmic feminine, karmic masculine for some of you. Okay, so we just had a ton flip over. 9 of Wands, first of all, look at that. So, wow. You're on your way. For a lot of you, this is reconnection back to your DM. Spirit's trying to push you to have the conversation. I just heard before it's too late. So, for some of you, this person could be possibly, maybe your DM was going to propose, and for some of you, they've decided to move forward with another relationship. For others of you, they could be potentially thinking about having a family. So Spirit's almost saying for some of you, if you've been in the separation and you've refused to just like talk to this person, this is them acknowledging that if this is the person you want, then you have to go after what you want. Could be dealing with a fire sign or a water sign. Ace of Cups. Your heart lies within this person. They definitely have the key to your heart, is what I feel off this vibe right away. This is your soulmate or your twin for a lot of you. And this separation has caused you to run away from everything you knew. So you could have changed your life a lot since things have changed. We've got the Lovers there. Heartbreak. Separation from a marriage, long-term commitment. So ultimately, this new start's coming in, this opportunity for you to speak to your DM to really make things right. Thank you so much, everyone, tuning in. This is a live reading, so go ahead and leave a comment in the chat if this is resonating. But yeah, I really just feel like ultimately this person has kind of turned cold, since you two have separated, and this message is out of nowhere, but Spirit's saying for some of you, if you know you want your DM or DM, if you know you want your DF and you're sitting back waiting for them to come to you, this is the message that one of these people is about to move on from this connection, not looking back. So it's really a message that for some of you, Divine Feminine, if you got a lot to say, whether it's good or bad to your DM, now's the time to really speak your truth. And same goes for you, Divine Masculine, this could resonate for you as well. But for majority of you, this is you, Divine Feminine. You know that your person is with a karmic feminine. And it's saying from Spirit, they're about to move forward. They could be with a fire sign, Queen of Wands, Aries, Leo, Sag. But you and this person are supposed to have these days together. With it being in reverse here now, we've got the Knight of Wands. It's like if this communication isn't spoken, someone's moving forward from this connection. So this is a really heavy turn. If you tuned into the reading the other day, it was like Divine Masculine knew there was two options, how to make the decision. So this really could be Divine Masculine making that decision. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is a message for you, Divine Feminine. If you are playing stubborn or hard to get, but you know you don't want to lose your Divine Masculine, this is the time to go forward and to tell them how you feel, you're once and for all, before they walk away. Because for a lot of you, your Divine Masculine walked away thinking that they didn't have another chance in this connection. And for others of you, you haven't tried to reconcile. If there was a karmic feminine, you could have said, you know, you made your bed, you can lie in this now, see you later. But in the back of your mind, Divine Feminine still holding on to the connection. Now, the intense part about all this is the wheel is in reverse next to the Three of Cups. I'm literally just holding the deck like this. So with the wheel in reverse, it really signifies the fact that you two are both experiencing tower moments, bad karma, just not a good streak of luck because you aren't together. You aren't in your divine union. When a true pair is placed together and they are living life to their fullest potential, they're truly inspiring each other. And then not only does that create a vibration between the two of you, 27 on the live, it creates an energy that vibrates out to everyone around you of love, of peace, and of understanding. So ultimately, your person, for a lot of you Divine Masculines, thinks it's over, Divine Feminine, because you have let them move forward with this other party, or you've just said, not this lifetime. Now, ultimately, if you mean that, maybe this is why Spirit wants me to convey this message today. If you mean that, then this person is going to move forward. But ultimately, if you want this person in your life and you want this new start, it's basically saying this won't be for everyone. This is collective. But for a lot of you, your person would run back to you and be that person you need in a heartbeat. They're just waiting for the go ahead from you. But it's like if they don't hear it, they're going to move forward because they don't want to hold on to this hurt anymore that they feel. And this is the thing with the Divine Masculine. A lot of times, for a lot of you in this lifetime, this is why they jump from relationship to relationship. So let's see if there's any final messages. And it's not because they didn't care about you. They just didn't want to feel the pain. It more says something about them. But as Divine Feminines, it's like a lot of you didn't have the ability just to move on and forget about this connection. You spent the time healing, loving yourself, loving your family, your friends, those around you, giving back to your passions. Eight of Wands. Feeling passionate again about your life without the Divine Masculine. Learning how to appreciate your life. Because for some of you, you two could have had a really involved life. Say it was like the same group of friends or same job. You could have lived together. Now with the Temperance there, things are about to be balanced out. It's in reverse. So for a long time, it wasn't in your favor. You were feeling imbalanced. A loss from this person. Ten of Cups. Ten of Cups and the Fool. Okay, so ultimately, Spirit really wants to work with you. With the Ten of Cups and the Fool, it's saying no matter what choice you make for your new start, it's going to be a good one for you. So for some of you, that decision is going to be to go speak up to your divine masculine and fight for this connection. And in a sense, just say this is how you're feeling. If they want to move forward, then, you know, wish them the best. But for some of you, you may want to say, come back, right? That's your person. But for others of you, your new start is not that. It's saying goodbye and walking away and moving towards new love. And so whichever side you happen to be on, this is just the message that Spirit really wanted me to convey, that for some of you, the decision's going to be made if you don't move forward and speak to your person. Because for a lot of you, they have this feeling that it's over, and it's not that they don't love you or want to feel what they felt with you. They just don't want to feel the loss of you. So it's easier for them to move on in this new connection. And that's often what a lot of twin flames in separation, one of them will do. The person that moves on. While the other person will feel the loss of the person and ultimately will heal. And the thing about the person that doesn't jump back into the relationship, that takes the time to heal, that doesn't have the third party, it's like when they let go of the relationship. So for a lot of you, it's you, Divine Feminine. You are able to let go and fully move forward and wish them the best. But for Divine Masculine, once they've walked away from their next relationship or any other relationship they've been in, boom, that's when they're going to feel the loss of not only that relationship they were just in, but the relationship with their twin and any other any other relationships that they hadn't healed from before your twin. So ultimately, this person, and for a lot of you, it's your Divine Masculine, is about to move forward. So communication is definitely necessary if you want to make this relationship last or have another chance. And for some of you, you're going to choose to do it on your own. To be the emperor in your own life and to wait for that new love to come in. And for some of you, new love could be with a Taurus or an Aries. For others of you, it could be a Pisces, since we've got the Fool there. So let's get a few more messages and see. But I really feel like Divine Feminine, just know ultimately you'll get your chance if you want to speak to your Divine Masculine. I feel like for a lot of you, this person's been waiting to speak to you. If either of you have the communication blocked, you could have had this person blocked. You could have ran away from this person when you found out that they had someone else involved in the picture. Decided to turn your back fully on this connection. Or say, for example, your person did other things before the end of the connection that caused you to turn your back and walk away. It's like this. It's like for a lot of you, your connection didn't end in a third party, but immediately after the relationship ended, this person jumped into a new relationship, if not several, in order to try and overcome the loss of the relationship. But Ten of Cups is coming in for you. You can expect some beautiful times because you deserve to see happier days. You and your person both. The biggest message they want me to convey is no matter who moves on in the situation, say it's you or your masculine, don't hold a grudge for that person. If you truly have unconditional love for them, then you would want to see them happy. Regardless. You would want to see their lives balanced out. Your life and their life balanced out. For some of you, there was just too many secrets in the past. So this is why you'll be moving forward and walking away. For some of you too, this is why your DM, or say it was your DF that has a third party and moved on in a new relationship, put the energy where it fits. But whoever's in the new relationship, for a lot of you, the reason why they are is because they just want to be happy. They didn't want to hurt you. And they still don't feel that way. It's not about that. So if anyone's out there holding grudges, Spirit's saying to let go of that. And for some of you, even though it could have ended in a toxic or a separation, an unhealthy way. Just remember the love that was once shared, and just be happy. Allow this person to be happy. For some of you, you do not want to go back to this connection. You could be an air sign as well, Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius. Two of Cups in reverse, you know that the love was lost there for some of you. That whatever this person did, if there was a karmic person, either your side or theirs, the love was lost. The connection was lost, and that's why moving forward, it's better to forgive and to wish happiness upon this person. For some of you, you're really going to meet someone new, though, and that's what it's going to be. But this is a strong message from Spirit. Okay, wow. Turned a little bit intense real quick. It's like, you know, at the end of your life, when you're looking back and you're like, wow, what if things were different? Spirit's saying for some of you, Divine Masculine could totally marry someone else, a karmic, and you could marry a karmic masculine. And ultimately, with the High Priestess there, you're both going to wish and wonder. Of course, you'll be happy in your life with whoever you marry, but in the back of your mind, it's always going to be the one that got away. The person that got away. With the Five of Pentacles in reverse. Really beautiful energy to be in. Stalemate. So that's actually a joke. Someone needs to open up their heart, and yeah, justice is that you're both going to get married and be happy, but ultimately someone really needs to communicate with the other how they're feeling. If this love connection is truly for you, this is ultimately the message. If you feel like this connection is worth fighting for, and for some of you, you don't. You'd prefer to walk away, and you just have a lot to say as you walk away. You'd like to be able to speak your truth or let this person know. Spirit saying for a lot of you, it's a lost battle. If you know that you just want to communicate and have some sort of closure with this person, but they're with a karmic, but you're not looking to reconnect the relationship, it's almost like Spirit saying walk away. Because if you go towards that, it's just going to create karma, and this person's just going to create karma for themselves by even entertaining the thought. And they're also going to hurt not only themselves, but possibly you again and the karmic. So Spirit's saying don't even entertain that thought. Devil in reverse definitely could be a Capricorn or a fire sign. But notice how they're all like fighting for the one light. It's just like an empty victory. It's like a loss. So Spirit's really saying ultimately, either have the conversation, or if you know that you don't care and you're just letting this person move forward, don't even have the conversation. Just let it go. Let go of the mental conflict, and for a lot of you, the hurt. Some of you may be advised to really just write down what you went through. Get a journal, get a healing journal, something to really keep track of everything that you may want to say to this person, but you know it's better left unsaid. Nine of Pentacles, you're about to grow a new life, some new stability, and this is your justice. Especially if you've been healing as this other person left you for a karmic partner. It's like Divine Feminine, for some of you, you're frustrated because this person left. Nothing said, took from you, and then move forward. And for some of you, this person pretends or does things with this karmic that they specifically did with you. So it almost makes you question the relationship, right? It's like, did this person, for some of you, possibly this person could call everyone the same nicknames or take them to the same places. This person has no game. For some of you, this DM, like I said, before they met you, they still haven't healed from some of those relationships. So they're still reliving cycles the same nicknames, the same places from their other relationship that they haven't healed from. And so for some of you, you learned this and you walked away from this person. This person is in low vibing toxic energy, holding on to, for some of you, your DM still holds on to their first love, thinking that was their person. But meanwhile, it's because they have this unhealthy idea of what love is supposed to be, based on how they grew up, how they saw love. Because most of us are aware of the fact that maybe 1 in, I'd say 10,000 first loves from, high school or say, from growing up, those relationships last. But for some of you, this is what it is. This person has that mindset that is the connection that was supposed to work. And for a lot of you, what they don't realize is it's because that was the connection that they didn't have to experience any relationship stuff in. It was a juvenile connection. It was puppy love. It wasn't a real love until when you came in, Divine Feminine. When that twin flame union comes into play, you bring up all these past feelings this person didn't know. For some twin flames, they bring up like past childhood stuff you didn't even know was there. That has nothing to do with the connection. But all these feelings resurface as you discover who you truly are within this connection as a person. Because twins, they force each other to grow. A karmic connection is one where the person is okay with you being a cheater, being dishonest, being disloyal. A twin flame connection is the person that will walk away from the person they love when they put them through these issues. That will stand up and say no. Even though that's their person, they'll say they want them to grow as a person. And boom, that's when the changes happen. That's when the cycles start. For a lot of you, you've been in this separation for a long time. 9 of Swords in reverse, 9, 9. Gonna see if there's any other 9s here. No. 6 and 6 of Pentacles. But regardless, with this energy, it's like, it's time for things to come to an end of feeling stuck in your head. There's just so many things that have been left unsaid, especially if it's been months or years since this person walked away from the connection. And for a lot of you, it was when things got really tough between the two of you. When it was either time to commit, time to get serious about the connection, or they could drop it and start all over again with someone new. So for a lot of you, what did your DM do? They didn't want to accept the responsibility. They didn't want to move forward. They knew they did with you, and a lot of you, they recognized that this connection was different. So for some of you, it's like they thought you would always be there. You would always be there to catch them when they fall, when they fell out of love with any other karmic or person, whoever. You would be there. But the reality they woke up to is Divine Feminine decided to wake up to their own world, to stop giving so much to another person that wasn't reciprocating the love. Now, if you were tuned in earlier, I was saying how Divine Masculine has this lesson to learn ultimately for a lot of them this lifetime about realizing what unconditional love is. Because they grew up, for a lot of them, with material-based love. By being shown that by being bought things or given things, that was love. And maybe even through their parents or different things. But ultimately, Divine Feminine, what your lesson is for a lot of you this lifetime, is to not overgive your love. Even if it's your Divine Masculine. When this person decides to expect you to stay, or expect you to always be there, this is where you are meant to embody that Emperor energy and learn that balance. Learn to trust in Divine as well. Trust in Divine's plan for you. And for some of you, you know that this won't happen in this lifetime because this DM is still stuck in that negative energy. 9 of Cups in reverse, no wish fulfillment, and a lot of you separation from a family. 6 of Cups in reverse. 5 of Swords and 6 of Swords in reverse. So look at that divine, excuse me, I have a hiccup there. Divine union in separation. Both in very tumultuous, stormy ass waters. Separated. No longer together. This is a big wake-up call for someone sitting back. Basically, Spirit's saying, wow, okay, this is horrible to have to say, but for someone out there, it's like, not horrible, but just sad. It's like, if you wanted a family with your divine masculine and you wanted kids, if you don't go claim that person, and this could be for divine masculine too, if you don't go claim your person, they are going to do this with someone else. And it's going to be too late. At least in this lifetime. So it's a clear message for someone to either close that chapter, that book altogether, to walk away, or to speak your truth. Because ultimately, still, the divine masculine could choose to walk away. But it's like for you, divine feminine, then you'll have your answer. And for others of you, same with divine masculine. Divine feminine could choose to say no. This relationship is no longer growing anywhere. Do you like that pun? Eh? Going anywhere? Growing anywhere? So yeah, for some of you, you could choose to say that, or your person could as well. But for others of you, it could be a different story. It could be one that you literally could look back and tell your kids, well, we were actually both in other relationships, and then last minute, I was about to literally be with someone else and decided to reach out, and you never know. So for someone needs to hear that message, especially if you're playing stubborn or hard to get. Divine feminine, you could be like, nope, you're fed up. You're over it. You're not doing it anymore. You're cold, detached. But this is Spirit, I guess, really telling me to warn you, okay. But this is your warning then. If you want your person, this is one last chance to really go claim your person, say how you feel, or otherwise just move forward. Okay, wow. King of Cups, look at that. Someone else is going to take your happiness, though, is what they're saying. If you know you want to be with your divine masculine, or you know you want to be with your divine feminine, and you're letting them get away, that's what this is saying. You're literally letting someone rob your happiness from you by not speaking up. King of Cups there. So for a lot of you, this is someone you're very emotionally connected to, and you spend a lot of time either thinking about them or reminiscing about the connection. And for others of you, this is the feeling you're going to be in, feeling the loss, the regret, knowing that you had this emotionally balanced person, that the two of you really loved each other, but you decided to let them basically be the one that got away. Never noticed that card as that symbolism, but look at that, right? The one that got away. And spiritual messengers are birds to me personally. So when you see all these birds around it, it's like Spirit tried to give you both the insight as to the deepness, the depths of this connection. And the fact is that possibly you could think this person doesn't want you to reach out, or vice versa. And it could be quite, in fact, the opposite. So let's get some love messages from your person. If there's anything they want to say. If there's anything they could communicate to you. Thank you so much, everyone tuning in. If this is resonating, go ahead and hit that like button. Let's get some messages from your person. So major signs, we had a lot of earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn, a lot of air energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, and we've got a little bit of fire and water as well. So we do have all the signs. So we had a ton of messages pop out here. Wow, first one. What do you think about reconnecting? So absolutely, you might be shocked then what Spirit's saying by the outcome. This person might be just like waiting to speak to you. We have an unspoken communication between us. This person literally is channeling through me right now. I'm sorry, but like, I haven't even seen the rest of the cards. And these are the first two messages. This is definitely your person wanting to reconnect for a lot of you. We have an unspoken communication between us. It says, it's like we're able to communicate through our energy. I feel you so strong at times. It's driving me wild in the best possible way. Definitely feel like this person feels like that. I need to get my life in order before coming forward. You deserve that. So this is the thing Spirit's saying though. Don't rush it, but have the conversation. It's not like the two of you need to be in a connection again. But ultimately, if you keep waiting or they keep waiting, someone else is moving forward. Next message from your person. They are literally channeling through this reading right now. These have never, and you saw them flip out, have never been so on point. Forget talking about the past. I'd much rather just kiss and make up. 3 more messages here from your person. So ultimately, when they come back, though, they don't want to communicate about possibly all the past hurts, betrayals. But see, this is the thing. This is what the DM's doing. They're moving from relationship to relationship when things get difficult, when things get emotional, when things get to the point of an attachment, that's when they run. So by them saying they don't want to talk about the past and they just want to move forward, that's them running away again from the feelings, from the commitment. So for a lot of you, this is where this needs to be discussed. Because once this person learns to overcome their fear of commitment and emotionally being vulnerable with you, then the two of you can really build this connection. And say, for example, the DM stays with the karmic, they're going to have this same issue with any relationship if they decide just to keep running when things get difficult. I often picture what life would be like for that long term with you, and it makes me really happy. So your person, they could be in another relationship or they could not be for a select few of you as well. And they often think about what it would be like if the two of you were together for the long term, if the two of you were committed. I feel stuck in a toxic outside relationship right now. I'm trying to sort my life out. Wow. Definitely feel like your person is channeling. These messages are on cue. Got 2 more here from them. I want a future with you. Kids, pets, the nice house, the cottage, the dream life with you sounds perfect. Really beautiful. So your person definitely wants to have a dream life with you. They see you as their person. Next, we've got, I feel so grateful we found each other. Your love means everything to me. So I feel like a lot of you are going to be quite surprised. It's either you or this person both are entertaining the idea of moving on. Divine Feminine feels like she's got a lot to say. Never got the chance to say it. And for some of you, you're just moving forward and you're ready for that new love. For some of you, wow, this is a message. Of course, this won't be for everyone. You know your story if you're meant to stay or you're meant to move forward. But for some of you, you're trying to force yourself to move forward because it's easier for you too. And that might be a trigger for someone here to hear that. A trigger warning there. But the same way the Divine Masculine is trying to move on with the karmic, if you find yourself saying now, well, not in this lifetime because this person isn't changing, but you still have this deep, unconditional love for this person, ultimately, Spirit wants me to say it, you're doing the same thing. So for someone there, a conversation just needs to be had. If there's still deep emotions or a feeling that you would have a sense of regret if you move forward without your person, or at least having that conversation. For some of you, it may be a conversation and deciding to move on your separate ways. But for a lot of you, this person is waiting. So waiting for you to reach out to them, regardless if they're with someone else or not. You could have this person on block. You could just be kind of avoiding this person. And for others of you, you are just like the Ice Queen to your DM. Or Ice King to your DF. Put the shoe where it fits. But ultimately, the two of you, so say you are a divine masculine by chance and you're watching this for your divine feminine. They're feeling the exact same way that you are, even though you think it's the opposite. So, very interesting energy to be in. I feel like Spirit just wants me to reiterate the fact, of course, the two of you forget about the past and move forward, but make sure that you have those discussions, you forgive, and you truly heal. Otherwise, later on, there will still be more hurts or traumas that resurface that were left unresolved. 5555 on the reading, and I was literally about to say, and that's it for the reading. So that's intense. Definitely an angel number for you. I will put the definition in right now as we are finishing. Thank you so much, everyone that tuned in. This is just a quick message for someone. Someone needs to know, though. It's like Spirit wants me to reiterate this fact now or never. Quit playing hard to get. If that is your person, have that conversation. And otherwise, if you are happy letting them move forward, then really close that chapter and move forward as well. So I really hope that resonates for you. And for a lot of you, you'd be quite surprised that this person really just wants to reconnect with you as well. And of course, that's not going to resonate for everyone, but majority of you, your divine masculine or divine feminine, is waiting for the chance to make things right between the two of you. To melt someone's cold, cold heart and to turn it back to a heart of gold. So until next time, I really hope this resonated for you. Thank you so much. Light and blessings to all of you. Don't forget to like the video and subscribe if this did resonate. And until next time, take care.